Hey everyone, Raptorspank here. I just wanted to take the time to thank you all for the 100 subs and let you all in on some of the ideas I've had for the channel. Sorry if this ends up a bit long-winded, just kind of going off script and stream of conscience for some of my thoughts for the future. So let me know if you're interested in any of these concepts or if you've got any ideas for other videos you'd want me to make. I've thought about doing since the deck guides seem so popular and everyone seems to like them so much, I've thought about just doing the guide part without the gameplay and trying to get a few more done every week because of that. And maybe even doing like a deck guide for, say, Singleton or something like that if people are interested in that now that Gauntlet's a little more important and all that. So I've thought about doing just the deck guide half of it and just doing those shorter 20-minute videos. They do still kind of take the most work, other than stuff like Stiff Brew and Dash of Flavor videos, which are the most intensive. I've thought about doing budget decks if people are interested in that. Just doing it. The big problem with a budget deck is I'm not really sure where to what you set the budget at. If you set it at like a certain number of shards, or if it's like a certain number of wild cards of each, or you hard limit how many champions you can have in the deck or whatever. But I've thought about doing that. I don't know if that's that interesting for people because Legends of Runeterra is actually really cheap to get into. It's not that expensive. You can definitely buy like one of the best decks in the game for like $20 or less, and you can earn the cards for free pretty easily too. So I haven't done anything budget related because I don't know how much people are actually even interested in that. I've also thought about doing more expedition things or videos. I've only done one, and it was kind of mediocre performing video, so I kind of stopped because of how much time it takes, and the videos end up very, very long, so they're like almost 2 hours or more. So I've thought about going back and revisiting playing expeditions, but maybe just doing something where I heavily edit it, sort of, where it's you see all of the picks and all that, but then you just see highlights from the games so that it's not quite as long a video, but I don't know if that's even interesting to people either, because expeditions don't seem that popular in Legends of Runeterra, but it is a pretty fun game mode. I don't play it nearly enough, probably. I've thought about doing lab stuff and I've messed around with it, but those were definitely my worst performing videos was playing labs. So labs are a ton of fun, but it doesn't seem like people are that interested in watching it. But if people are now, I mean, I could definitely start doing some labs again and stuff like that. I've thought about doing Gauntlet. The problem is Gauntlet is just so time consuming to do a run of it, or at least a decent run of it, because you've got to win so many in a row, or whatever, essentially in a row. And there's just so much that goes into it that I would love to do Gauntlet videos. I'm just not sure I have have the time in my average week. So these are just some of the ideas I've been having for videos, and I mean, I can always do more Stiff Brews if people like that. They've always been kind of mediocre performing videos, but on the higher end, it's fun to make those decks. I mean, that's the original reason I made this channel, was to make all those jank brews and interesting decks, but people seem to really like the competitive aspects. So that's why I switched to doing meta check, for example, and actually just looking at the meta and sort of doing essentially my deck guide video, but doing a very short, quick, concise synopsis of each deck. And maybe MetaCheck would be better off if I cut back on the number of decks I covered and went a little bit heavier into them, talking more about like mulligans and matchups rather than just talking about how the deck works. I don't know. I don't know what everyone would prefer to see out of that series or any of my other series. So I'd love to hear back from you guys on what you think makes for a good video and what kind of videos you want to see. Probably going to be doing a stream on Twitch and maybe here on YouTube too if I can figure it out. I've never streamed on YouTube before, so that'll be a bit of a learning experience. But I'm planning a sort of I'm thinking it's going to be more of a casual thing, but a Halloween stream essentially. Definitely going to play some Fizz decks, but I'm probably going to play a couple other decks too. I might play Nightfall Aggro, Bilgewater Burn, some of the more popular decks I've done. But I'm thinking about doing that on Halloween, so it's probably going to be later in the day. If you look at my Twitter, I'll probably post exactly when it'll be on there once I get a little bit closer to the date and I know. But if anyone's interested in that, I'll probably do that. I'll probably have the VOD up on Twitch, and I might post some highlights or something like that on YouTube if I can figure out how I want to do it, because I probably won't just drop the whole VOD, but Yeah, so if anyone wants to see that, that'll be this Saturday, this coming Saturday. So if anyone wants to check me out, it's twitch.tv/Raptorspank. And again, if I can figure it out, I'll have it streaming here too. So thanks for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below if any of this sounds particularly interesting. No promises I'll have the time to do it or do it all, but I want to make the kind of content that you all are interested in. So thanks for coming along for the ride.